this is Dr. Safi, and this is another Ask Dr. Safi video. In this video, I'm going to be addressing one of the main tools that I use to help the children and families that come to me with concerns about focus and attention issues. And it's the focus diary exercise. And the whole goal of it is to really help families get better insight and awareness and understanding into their child's focus and attention issues. Because a lot of families, they come to me and they ask me, Dr. Safi, am I doing the best to maximize my child's potential? I know they're struggling with focus and attention issues, their concentration, they frequently get distracted, but I really want to make sure that I'm doing my best to help them succeed in this attention-driven world. And I tell them, you really, to best help them, you have to better understand what's going on with them. When they're being distracted, when they're being asked to do a particular task, but they're going off task, then what is going on really with them? You can't really help them until you best understand them. I myself have focus and attention issues. I frequently get pinged left and right, Facebook, YouTube, and then I'm even trying to pay attention to somebody important like my wife, and then my mind just goes down a rabbit hole. And it wasn't really until I started to use something like the focus diary exercise to better understand where my focus and attention is going that I started to really notice a benefit and notice an improvement in being able to regulate that. So let's quickly just get into it. Physiologically, what's happening with focus and attention? The center of attention in the brain is the prefrontal cortex. That's the frontal portion of the brain, and it's responsible for sifting and sorting all the different stimuli that are going around you, the lights, the sound, the colors, the people that you're interacting with, and also the thoughts that are playing in your mind. And it gets heavily affected by your sleep-wake cycles, and also gets heavily affected by the foods you're eating and a number of other biological factors. So all these things are playing all in the prefrontal cortex to help a child stay on task. And that's what's happening at a very physiologic level for every single person. But at the very personal level, I seek to understand a child as an individual and what's happening on their day-to-day basis. And the focus diary exercise essentially involves documenting what's happening with a child's focus and attention in school, in the after-school setting, and on the weekend vacation setting. So you have the child actually writing down in a diary or a journal what's happening to their focus and attention at the beginning of the school day. Where's their focus? Was the teacher asking them to do a particular thing and their mind went off track towards the end of the school day, after lunch, and then after school, and then also on the weekend and in the vacation setting? So how is their focus and attention being affected? And really what this does is helps myself as a neurologist that's helping take care of those families and the family members understand, is there a variation of the sleep-wake cycle that's affecting their focus and attention? Is there an effect based on food and the diet that they have or their fluid intake? So all of these things can be affecting their child, and it can be very, very challenging to really get to the bottom of it, but this is the core way of understanding it. And the other phenomenal effect that a lot of people don't realize is when this child starts to document themselves. See, the goal is really for the child to, on a daily basis, with some accountability by their family members, to document, the child should document themselves. Where is their focus and attention in these three different settings? And they're doing it on a daily basis. By documenting it, they're bringing themselves in to have greater awareness and insight into their own focus and attention. And when they have more awareness and insight into their focus and attention, then they can start to begin to regulate it. And so not only does it have an understanding or clarifying and diagnostic effect, but it also has a therapeutic effect on the child too, which a lot of families that are coming to me, they're noticing. So this is an example of a type of journaling app. You could print this out. You could buy a journal for your child. You could use a different app on your phone. But I really would love to have the families that are coming to me and having me help them manage their focus and attention, that I pretty much require them to do this focus diary exercise, something like this, documenting on a daily basis, and the goal being that the child themselves should document what's going on with their focus and attention. So if you, I would love to hear from you, what your challenges are in your child's focus and attention, and if you've ever documented, journaled, or kept a diary about what's going on with their symptoms and what kind of things have worked well for you. And share this video with friends and family members and your children as well, so they can help better understand the approach that I take to focus and attention. So thanks for your time. I appreciate you listening, and hope to see you in another video. Saddam.